Y'all, we're back in Persona 4 Golden, and fuck, it's a Sunday. I actually don't know what we're up to on this game right now. I think we haven't gotten started with a new mystery, or like with the next shenanigans. So we could get quite a few things done today. We could go into the TV world. We can spend some time with Marie, which we haven't yet. And we can study at home, or we can go eat at Aya. So, what do y'all think? Apparently, in order for I accidentally Persona 4 came out for the Switch and all that stuff, and people I saw a screenshot that was of this, and it was filled with people being like, it said like spend time with Marie a bunch. And people were like, wow, y'all are really H-word for Marie or whatever. And people were like, no, you need to get, you need to, there's only a specific amount of time that you can spend with her to max out her, like, link, like, social link, so that you can get the true ending. So I was like, oh, I haven't been doing any of that. So, I think today we might, in fact, do that. I didn't mean to do that. I think today we might, in fact, do that. I don't remember if we ended up... I actually don't remember what we did last stream. It's been a minute since we've played this game. So I actually don't really recall what we were up to, or if there was anything story related that prompted us to do anything in specific or whatever. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna spend some time with Marie. Persona 4 Golden Shower, not that. Not the Golden Shower. Tanaka's Wonderful Commodities is that TV show with that handsome announcement. What bargains. I need to start watching TV on Sunday mornings then. Oh, okay, I guess that's a thing that we can do. Probably not. Probably not. I guess can we go to the Velvet Room then and hang out with Miss Marie? How does that work? Do I just talk to her?
Huh?
Huh? You came. I'm surprised. I didn't think you were interested. Look, I'm sure you already know, but I want you to take me somewhere. It's small, it's dark, the nose never says anything, it's stuffy in here. I'm really not surprised. Nope. I'm really not supposed to leave the room, but Margaret said it would be okay if I went with you. Well, never mind. So, will you take me somewhere? It seems Marie is intent on going out. If you become closer to her, maybe she could tell you something. Sure, let's do it. It's been a minute. We've actually never hung out with her before, so maybe we should do that. You're going AFK for a little, getting dinner sorted. No worries, Andara. I'll be here doing my Persona 4 adventures. Feel free to pop in at any time. Enjoy your lurk. And also, before you go, maybe what is for dinner? What is dinner today? Don't you think you're giving in too easily? I'll have you twisted around my finger if you keep... No, not that. Twisted around my finger. That's the saying, right? I've been studying.
Let's go.
Well, let's go. You decide to take Marie outside the Velvet Room. Girl, maybe this was a mistake. Maybe this was a mistake. Shopping district in front of Sozai Daigaku. You took Marie out of the Velvet Room. Whew, I can finally breathe now. It's stuffy in that car. You've made some lentil and vegetable soup, so you just need to blend it and warm it with some crusty bread. Ooh, juicy. That sounds delish. Well, you enjoy that, Indara. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you for being here. You know, I feel weird. It's like nostalgic for the smell and all. Nostalgic? Yeah, nostalgic. That's what I said. It just feels that way. There's a lot of stuff that I've never noticed before. A steak skewer? Oh, you're paying for that, right? Hey lady. Not hey lady. I want one of those skewer things. Oh, hello. That will be 320 yen, please.
It's difficult to say.
What? 300 twin? Blah, that's hard to say. What? What is going on with Miss Marie? You can't eat without money? You want me to pay for it?
Huh?
You have money? That's awesome. You're awesome. Marie, blink twice if you need help, girl.
What's up?
Hey, Ruby, getting your steak on, huh? Not this. She's cute. What? What's going on here? Who's this? Not she's my little sister. She's an acquaintance. Yeah, I guess that's right. Is that so? Oh yeah, I'm Yosuke. I'm their friend, their partner, you know? You know, that's right. You know Yosuke was just like, yeah, this is my fucking boyfriend, bitch. Partner? You mean like a close friend? Yeah, that about sums it up. He's like, sure, let's go with that. What's your name? Huh? Oh, Marie. Marie-chan, is it? You want a steak skewer? Alright, this one's on me. You mean you'll buy it for me? Is that okay? That's great. Free food, girl. Hey, don't worry, I got a little extra in my last paycheck. 3 steak skewers, one for each of us. Oh my, business is booming. Just a moment, please. Me when 2 people like my tweets, I'm like, ooh, my Twitter is like blowing up, y'all. Oh my god. You ate steak skewers with Yosuke and Marie. Oh, we have an odd starting soon. Y'all, have y'all had breakfast today? Have y'all had lunch today? Have y'all ever had steak skewers before? I've had skewers before. I don't know if I've had steak skewers specifically. I don't know if that's much. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't cook, so I don't know. I wouldn't know. I'm just gonna sit here and just while the ad break is going, I'm just gonna sit here and chat with y'all about stuff. I've never eaten not once, but I do eat. What's the truth? What's the truth? So like you have never eaten, but you ate. I don't know what that was supposed to mean. I don't know what that was supposed to eat. To eat? Yes. Precisely. I love that. Oh, by the way, I just remembered because we were talking about the soda machinery of it all last time we did Persona. How did your experiments with the sodas go? I can't be the 6 or 7, but mama, I ate. Please. Literally ever since you said that you had the Pepsi Max, there was like a Pepsi Max syrup. I was like, oh, I could do Pepsi Max with so many things. They went well. Iconic. Pee-Pee's Max? Yes, the best kind of pee-pee. Which one ended up being your fave? Your favorite out of the experience? The ginger ale Slade? I don't know if I've ever had ginger ale, actually. I once ate I once went on a date with a Canadian guy, and he said that ginger ale was a thing that people drank whenever like they were sick or something, which is interesting because over here it's like people usually drink sparkling water, just like unflavored sparkling water. So, you know, that's interesting. By the way, welcome everyone back from the ad hell. We were just talking about sodas and all that stuff. The ginger ale slayed. The blackberry was also very good, and the orange soda was popping. Ooh. You have Crohn's, so you stick to ginger ale and clear sodas constantly due to constant stomach issues. Oh, interesting. I have an aunt that has that too. She has like a very there's like very specific things that she's like totally not supposed to eat and all that stuff. I remember because one time she came over, and Mama Ruby had a very specific thing that she made that didn't include certain items of food so that she wouldn't get sick or something like that. When she's sexy but she shits her pants. Please. She's a 10 but she shits her pants. I say still a 10, mama. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has those days. Hi, Mona. Persona 4 Golden Showers. There you go. That took me a second there. Welcome on in, Mana. The second person today to mention Golden Showers. You know you're in the right place if there's mentions of Golden Showers, Mama. You know you're in the right place. I want you to guess who it was, Mana. At least you're not shitting someone else's pants. There you go. You know, glass half full of shit. I'm sorry. I had to. Okay, anyway. Yes, it was Percy. It was Miss Flopperella. I mean, like, technically you copied them because you came in after. But, you know, we're not gonna get into the technicalities of it all, right? It's good to see you, Mana. I hope you're up to some juicy shenanigans on this Monday. Ooh, is that a belly full or what? This place always has huge portions. So, Marie-chan, what do you think of the local specialty? It's really weird. It's tough, hard to bite into, and it got cold while I was still eating it. It was delicious. Oh, that's good. Didn't sound like you liked it at the beginning there, but all's well that ends well. Hey, that's why. Nope. Why is it called steak anyway? Is it like short for something? Anyway, I imprinted before I was here. Oh, just say you pissed yourself. That's fine. We accept you anyway. Stop. Tell me what a white gay does better than steal from a black woman. You know, I can't think of anything else. I can't think of anything else that gay people are better at than that. A steak. This steak ain't short for nothing, mama. Please. It's short for steak. Please. I kind of want to say that. I'm going to say that.
Steak?
That's silly. Might as well just call it ache. That's what I'm gonna do. That isn't much better. And you, don't tell her lies. She's believing it. You eat this every day? No fair. I should have come earlier. It seems Marie has taken a liking to steak skewers. You made small talk with Yosuke and Marie. Whoa. Ah, crap. I left my key back in my locker at work. I've got to go back to Junes. Every day's gay at your Junes. See you later, Ruby. You too, Marie-chan. Anyway, I have to vote for steak. Marie, I hate you. Please. Beyonce. Anyway. So I bought a clown nose. But it like squishes my nose from the inside. It's not it's not one of those like hollow ones. This one is kind of like foamy. But it's all I have and I'm gonna use it, okay? Anyway, yeah, it was like an euro. It's fine. That was actually really good. I'm upset. The way I just pulled that out of my ass. You saw the clips from Dubai, right? In comparison to what she did, that was nasty garbage from hell. Your partner is a funny person, not Marie being homophobic. No, not he's just my friend. That he is. But he brought me meat, so that makes him a good person. That is a fact. Honestly, she has the right priorities, Miss Marie. Oh, I love when he gives me the meat. I mean, buys me meat. I'll just put it on. Let's go somewhere else. Somewhere with a nice view. If they're foamy, drop them off at the vet and have them put to sleep. Please. You pay for it? No. I can't really breathe with this on. The hill overlooking town. After several times in which you lost Marie, the moment you took her... Nope. After several times in which you lost Marie, the moment you took your eyes off of her, you managed to bring her here.
Oh.
It's really green here. Green and some brown and darker green. Leaves of green fly away. Farewell to you, clouds of the sky. I fly as well, lost as the day. Farewell to you, moon of the night. Is she fucking cursing me or something? Is she putting a hex on me? Just add water and grow your own circus. Work. I'm mad that you don't even need the makeup. Just add the nose and instant clown. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe she's a fucking clown. Oh, God. She just made you one of the 3 lights. Over my head. Marie is murmuring something to herself. Whatever it is, it rhymes. Oh, she's a poetress. No, I wasn't making a poem. Oh, she can hear me. She's hacking the audio system. It's just some words that I was thinking. That's all. Yeah. Shut up. Shut up. I hate you, stupid jerk. Don't snoop on me. You're using your outdoor voice, girl. I can hear you. Marie is blushing. Girl. Not you gaslighting me after being the one to tell me about the secret season of Sailor Moon. I haven't seen it in very long. I don't remember. I love that PNG, but I love the PNG of the hill. We love. Wow, it's pretty big. I don't know why, but I feel good about this place. It reminds me of something. She's like, wow, it's so big. It reminds me of something. Anyway, she's like, I should call him. Are there any other places we can go? I want to see more. I'll show you around. They thought they were gonna sneak that in. You know, honestly, for a PS2 game, this is, you know, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good still. PNG, pretty nice gimmage. Nailed it. Please do. I notice a lot of things when I'm with you. It's pretty fun. You sense that Marie expects something of you. You feel that you understand Marie a bit more now. Oh. My pussy broke. My water. Oh, get the paramedics. Thou art I am thou. Thou hast established a new bond. It brings thee closer to the truth. Thou shalt be blessed when creating personas of the Aeon Arcana. Okay. Okay, Final Fantasy X group. You have established the Marie social link of the Aeon Arcana. You may earn bonusina. Make my monster grow! And I throw a fucking broom at the screen. Not take us to church, Reverend Ruby, please. Alright, next. Where now? Next, and then our character just leaves and fucking Yosuke comes out of the bus. Anyone else? Anyone else remember Next, honey? That show, what a moment.
See ya.
You show Marie around and then escort her back to the Velvet Room. Well, that's it.
Welcome home.
I say that the second date... Nope. I say that the second the first date ends, let him know what I'm there for, please. Please, Percy. Not that. Not that. Vacation. I can't wait. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Oh yeah, what are people doing? Oh, going to bed, worked at home, studied at home. We can work from home. Oh, oh. We can work from home. We can work from home. Oh, oh. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I want to poop here whenever I want, for as long as I want. Let's work. Let's make some envelopes. Let's do that. Have y'all ever worked from home? Ooh, my diligence has changed from callow to persistent. You earned 1,000 yen from making envelopes. You loved it? Ooh, what did you do?
Oh.
I've seen a couple listings for work from home situations where it was like, they would provide you with a phone and like all this stuff, and you could do basically like call center work from home. So, but I've never done call center. I feel like I've worked with people that have had like horror stories about call centers, and I was like, you know what? Maybe that's not the move. Maybe that's not the move. You did it for years for Apple. You earned money dollars while wearing sweatpants all day. Tier 2 tech. Iconic. Iconic. I'm so happy you made money dollars from home. I mean, I guess this is technically working from home, but you know, yeah. Good morning. It's raining. It's not going to last past nightfall though. Every time it rained while I was over there, you must have been... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be gloomy. I know. Golden Week starts tomorrow, right? Do you have any plans? Oh yeah, I have a family outing. I see. That must be tough. Tell me you hate your family without telling me you hate your family. Damn. She's like... We were like, oh my god, yeah, we're gonna spend time with our family. And she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry for your loss. She's like, oof, oh my god. Welcome to the stage, Money Dollars. I'm who you called when your shit straight up wouldn't turn on. The Lazarus of Apple product, please. Tough like that steak. But at least it looks like we're going to have clear skies all week. It would be nice if it could stay peaceful like this, but the mystery hasn't been solved yet. Perhaps we should visit over there once in a while so we can become stronger. Oh, she's dropping hints. She's like, you weak ass bitch. Let's go to the TV world, bitch, so we can level up, bitch. She just fucking hates us. I'm hearing a lot of chatter about Golden Week, but don't forget that first and foremost, you're students. Your duty is to study. You don't have time to fool around, alright? Do not misunderstand what freedom means. It does not mean that you can live without taking responsibility. I mean, he's not wrong. I feel like I should just... Honestly, we should screenshot this and send it to, like... to the nasties of Twitter whenever they say, like, meh, free speech, meh, and then we just send them this screenshot. Oh, great. When Pythagoras said, as soon as laws are necessary for men, they are no longer fit for freedom. Next order of business. Midterms are coming up next week. The results will the results will be posted to humiliate low-scoring losers. If you don't want to be shamed, study hard. It's that simple. God. If you do well, who knows? You may become a more popular cretin, and you know, popularity leads to intimacy. Okay, another teacher added to the jail list. On top of that, my reputation goes up. It's a win-win situation, people. Like I said, study hard. You listen to the lecture intently. Your knowledge has increased. Wow. Golden Week, when we try to do the 100 golden showers in 7 days. Let's go, piss queens. Please. Will someone appear on the Midnight Channel again? You have no choice but to wait for another rainy night. What's going on, girlie? That girl said the cultural clubs are looking for new members. She was in the drama club, but she said she was trying to get people to join the other clubs too. I'm sure you can find more about it if you go to the faculty office. But you need to talk to Mr. Moruka. He'll yell at you for sure. Ugh, why does joining a club have to be so difficult? I have something to ask you. Will you listen to me? What is it? To be honest, I haven't been able to sleep lately. I'm afraid of so many things out there. But if I had some sort of charm, I think I could calm down and actually rest, I think. Like an angel statue or something. I get the feeling that it could protect me. Someone from the city like you should know where to get one of those, right? Of course I'll repay you. How about I trade you my old good luck charm for it? It's a key. I don't know what's a key to exactly, but it seems like it could be worth a lot. I'll keep an eye out. Oh, really? Thank goodness. Well then, I'll leave it in your hands. Great. What did people do today? Studied with Chie, ate at Aya. Wow. Studied at the library, into the TV. What do y'all think? Should we spend some time with Miss Chie, or should we go into the TV? What do y'all think? We haven't been to the TV world with Miss Yukiko. So there's that. Submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society. I call this story The Tale of the Piss Queen Village. Please. Not the Piss Queen Village. Oh my god. That's like really funny.
Yo!
What's up, Yosuke? Did you know you can go fishing at Samegawa? What kind of fish would you get from that place? It's kind of creepy if you ask me. Ugh, just thinking about it gives me the gibblies. If you catch any, don't feed them to me, alright? Okay, how the fuck do I go fishing? I don't have a fishing pole. Oh, Ruby, you don't know how relieved I am to see Yukiko safe and sound. Thank goodness we got her out of there. Oh, you want to talk to her? I think she's on the first floor of the classroom building right now. But still, the test. Ugh. Are you free today, Ruby? Maybe you could tutor me. Or not. I don't want to go into straight territory. Even the new version from a few years back was good. Oh, you miss Are You Afraid of the Dark? I'm not familiar with it. You loved Goosebumps, but she could never be Are You Afraid of the Dark? My brother was very much into Goosebumps. We had a ton of the little books, and he was obsessed with the show. I'm pretty sure we had it recorded on like at least a singular VHS. I don't know. I don't wanna be straight. I don't want to be straight, but I guess we do need to build friendship, social links with them. Let's go study together, I guess. Let's head for the library. Let's do You studied with Chie. So that's how it's done. First this step and then this. And like that, right? Got it. Thanks for helping me, Ruby. You were able to get more studying done by teaming up with Chie. Your knowledge has greatly increased. Oh, work. And you bonded with your study partner by studying together. You feel that your relationship is going to become closer soon. You actually preferred Goosebumps because they actually scared me. I remember being pretty scared about, like, Goosebumps. Like, I remember that being pretty scary for me as a kid. Are You Afraid of the Dark was a much darker version of it from Canada. It had some goofy shit, but occasionally some horrifying shit. Like, there was one where a family is casually being haunted in this cabin because the bones of a child who was burned alive by his parents were still in the wood stove. Oh, wow. Anyway.
The vehicle, which was abandoned at the scene, had been reported stolen by a local contractor. Since the culprit was able to act quickly before the security guards arrived on the scene, the police have...
Wow.
Dad's late.
Again.
Hello, Dad? Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah. Okay.
Let me guess, he's not gonna show up.
Alright.
He's busy with work again.
He said to give you the phone.
Oh. Well.
I can't take those days off.
Oh, so we're not vacationing? Oh, girly.
Hello? Sorry, but I'm gonna be late tonight. Make sure you lock up before you go to sleep. And about that time off on the 4th and the 5th, one of the younger guys got sick.
Well.
And, well, that case he's handling, we can't just let it sit. Looks like I'm the only one who can take over for him.
Well. Ooh, let's guilt him. Let's guilt him into quitting. Into not being a cop. Oh no, poor Nanako.
Sorry to spring this on you all of a sudden.
Oh, and he does not give a shit. Oh, just kidding. He's asking about her. Hey, Echo. Greatest dad of all time. I know.
Would you mind comforting her for me?
Oh, they didn't give me a bunch of options. I would have been like, oh my god, she's heartbroken.
All right then. See ya.
Okay, bye. Well. Guilt his ass. Guilt him until we're in the poorhouse. Please. Oh my god. You recall that there is a test on Monday next week. Study? That was funny. Study? Oh, we can spend it with a sports club. Ooh. What do y'all think? Do y'all want me to spend time with the boys for the sports club? Do you want me to study? No, we're not gonna fucking study. Let's go hang out with the boys. I have no idea where they're at, so you know, we're gonna have to look for them. You play this for like 20 hours non-stop for the past 2 days. Oh my god, iconic. I honestly would have if I wasn't saving it for stream. It's a small shrine, nothing inside. Maybe you should pray. Oh yeah, I forgot we can come to the shrine now. You calm yourself and clasp your hands together. You recall that you haven't finished your book yet. Maybe you can read a little when you get home. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Is that why we needed all the bravery? We needed all of that just to come there, just to go there and pray. Oh, you're doing the New Game Plus stuff. Okay. All right. Oh, I forget what all of those do. Oh, we basically want any of them, really. Let me stock up on a few of these. Oh, there's an ad is about to play, so perfect timing for me to spend some time here. Stocking up on the vending machine drinks. You can't do the harem route since it feels wrong, so you need more playthroughs. I get that. I'm just going for a non-straight playthrough. Although I feel like the optimal thing is to try to get as much as you can from all of the relationships, so that you get all of the best stats. But I don't really play games that way. I'm not really taking any recommendations or like backseating or anything, but yeah, we're definitely going for Yosuke. We're going for the sports club. We're doing a little bit of everything. Oh, can I take on like other jobs or something? Translator, can I do that? Oh, work. Can I do that? Oh wait, no, this doesn't pay, does it? No, I don't want to do that. But it does increase the understanding. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. Hello.
Hey.
Oh, Ruby, it's rare to see you out this late. Me, I'm on my way home. I was talking to Daisuke until just a moment ago. If you're bored, do you want to hang out for a bit? Ko seems bored. He might appreciate it if you talked with him. Since you have Sandman, a persona of the Strength Arcana, you two might get along well. Sure, let's do that. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. I like how you roll. Yay. Gay.
Hey.
You know, I wonder what's going on with those murders. I haven't heard any news about them in a while. I still can't believe it. Well, I mean, murders happen every day all across the country, but our local news usually consists of stuff like a lost cat. To jump from that to murder, that's a big difference. Did they find the cat?
Yeah.
Huh? Oh yeah, they found him. You're more worried about that? You're kind of missing a few screws, huh? I like that about you. Oh. All right. Oh yeah, did you hear about this? There's a school near here that got its volleyball team into a prefectural tournament. Things got wild. It was like everybody was just partying over it. When I was a kid, one of my drawings got picked for some prefectural art competition, and it was like that too. Aw, look at the artiste. Was this your first Persona play, Echo? Or Persona game? Or are you experiencing the arts of Persona? You made small talk with Ko. You feel your relationship with him has gotten deeper. You feel your relationship is going to become closer soon. Iconic. Ouch, I'm really pushing my luck with the time here. I should head home. Hey, you want this? I bought more than I could handle. Oh, what the hell is that? Take care on your way home.
Be careful going home.
Your fourth? Oh, work. So have you played all of them except for 5? Or have you played, which one have you not played? I guess that's a better question. You parted with Ko and went home. Iconic. This is actually my first Persona game, so I'm excited. You miss Persona 2 Innocent Sin a lot. Everything that isn't 1. Okay, so you played all of them except for the first one. All right. Do you have a favorite? Today's Constitution Day, so you have the day off from school. You wonder when it will rain at night again. Welcome back. Lurking while playing Candy Crush. Iconic. Oh my god, I haven't played that in so long. I've been on my Marvel Snap shenanigans. She's watching today as per usual. Oh, sounds like someone's here. Who's there? Oh, Chie. Miss Chie came to visit. How nice. Everything that isn't... Oh, I already read that. Random fact. Innocent Sin is the only Persona game that lets you be gay. You know, let's do a prayer circle for Persona 6 to let you be gay. Persona 4 is your favorite. How nice. I love that. I'm really enjoying it so far. I am admittedly still pretty early on.
Oh, cool. You're home.
Hey, Miss Chie.
Hey, you're free today? Want to go somewhere? Yukiko's coming too.
Oh, we're going to hang out with the girls. Let's
How about you,
go.
Nanako-chan? Want to come?
Oh, let's bring her along too. How sweet. She's like, no, I fucking hate your guts, you disgusting. Yeah, come with us.
Huh? I can come?
Oh, of course.
Of course you can.
Aw. You decide to take Nanako out along with Chie and the others. How sweet. It was pre-installed on my new laptop and I started playing it last week. Work. I love that. What else have you been up to, Andara? Seriously, I think the main character is canonically bi. Oh, iconic. You mean for one? I love that. I should check it out sometime for sure. You met up with Yosuke, who's still on the clock, and Yukiko, who finished her work back at the inn. I love that he's still on the clock.
Why'd you bring poor Nanako-chan to a place like this on Golden Week?
Where else is there to go?
I love Junes.
Every day's gay at your Junes.
But supposed to go on a real trip somewhere.
Oh, not the, not the trauma dumping. She's like, my dad is kind of like neglecting me, so yeah.
We were going to make boxed lunches.
Aww.
Wow, you can make boxed lunches, Nanako-chan?
She's like, no.
Oh, so you're the family cook? Pretty impressive, big bro.
Not this. Not big bro. Oh, the Innocent Sins protagonist. Iconic. Hubby and I have been playing Borderlands 2 on his stream. Oh, fun. I tried it before and wasn't keen, but using keyboard and mouse this time. And it's much easier to aim. Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing about mouse and keyboard. I don't prefer to play with mouse and keyboard, but for a shooter, it's so much easier to aim with it. So yeah, unfortunately, it's not my preferred way of playing games because I grew up with, you know, holding controllers. But yeah, unfortunately, I found that whenever I used to play Overwatch, I always ended up defaulting to mouse and keyboard for that reason as well.
Big bro.
Oh God.
Whoa, you can cook? Well, you do seem to be great with your hands. Never mind.
Yosuke? Is he flirting?
I'm a pretty good cook too, you know. Probably.
Not probably.
If you'd asked, I would have whipped up some boxed lunches. Easy as pie. Yeah.
I like her attitude.
Let me think about no.
Oh my God, Yosuke, drag her.
What makes you think I can't cook? Let's have a cook-off and see for ourselves.
Ooh, wait, I like this.
My, doth the lady protest too much? And hey, I never said I cooked. But I have this weird feeling like I'd win anyway.
Please.
I can understand that.
Oh,
What the? Yukiko!
not Yukiko dragging her too.
Here, Nanako-chan can be our judge.
Oh, I like
I
that.
bet we'll make something that ranks up there with your mom's cooking, Nanako-chan.
Yosuke, that's a sensitive topic.
I don't have a mom. She died in an accident.
Oh, well. How do you feel about that, Yosuke?
Hey, Yosuke.
I see.
I mean, he didn't know, but, you know.
Sorry. I didn't know.
It's okay.
I saw a TikTok that was very interesting. Not to get too much into the topic of grieving, because I know that's a very, you know, specific and, you know, it's a very touchy subject. But I saw a TikTok that was very interesting, and it was someone who was in a similar situation as Nanako. And they were talking about how whenever there's kind of a quote-unquote awkward situation when someone is like, oh, like, how's your dad or whatever, and they're like, oh, my dad is actually dead, people usually have the instinct to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, and they want to like change subjects immediately and all that stuff. And they said that it actually made them sadder that people do that, and that they actually prefer the alternative, which is like them asking about them, being like, oh, how was you know, how are they like, and all that stuff, so that they can kind of keep their memory alive and make it less of a taboo subject, I guess. But I don't know if that would necessarily be a thing that everyone can just default to, because you never know how the other person is feeling about that particular topic, you know what I mean? So I do understand the natural instinct to be like, oh, I'm sorry, anyway, you know what I mean? But I can also, you know, after seeing that TikTok and seeing a couple people being like, yeah, this is, you know, I would much prefer this and all that stuff. It kind of gave me a different perspective on that, but, you know, I obviously haven't really, you know, I haven't gotten the opportunity to try that. Yeah, you don't know how it happened. You don't know if they had a good relationship with them. You don't know all that stuff, right? So it's usually, I would say I always default to not asking many questions, especially if they're personal questions. But yeah.
Even if I don't have a mom, I have Dad with me.
But it was an interesting perspective to hear, you know, the other side of people being like, oh, I actually would rather people ask me about them and keep their memory alive. But, you know, I feel like it's also very understandable that people's defaults tend to be like just, you know, moving on from kind of an awkward position that they placed themselves in, right?
And now I have a brother too.
Aww.
And I'm having a lot of fun today. I love Junes.
By the way, he's not your brother. He's your cousin. But you know, there's that.
Yeah? That's good.
We'll play with you anytime you want, Nanako-chan.
Yeah, we should hang out more often.
Aww.
Come on, Nanako-chan. Let's go get a soda.
Okay.
How sweet.
She's a strong girl.
Look at Yosuke treating her to some soda.
Yeah, she makes me feel like I'm the little kid here.
Please.
That's it. I'm gonna go get something for Nanako-chan too.
Oh, suddenly it's a competition. Everyone just leaves me. Everyone just leaves
Do
me.
you want something too?
Nanako gives you a carefree smile. You feel a faint bond forming between you and Nanako. Oh! Oh, we can also raise like our social link with her. Interesting. Thou art I am thou. Thou hast established a new bond. It brings thee closer to the truth. Thou shalt be blessed when creating personas of the Justice Arcana. Wow. Oh, I just noticed the little drawings in the back. Cute. The Justice Arcana.
Want to share some takoyaki?
Ooh, I'd like some takoyaki. I ordered once from a restaurant that had takoyaki, and I haven't ordered from them since then. And it's been a minute since I've done that, so it was a little expensive because usually my Uber Eats orders are like McDonald's. So it's, you know, a little cheaper than just ordering from quote unquote like a regular restaurant. But still, you know, takoyaki was probably the highlight of that. I ordered a bunch of things. I ordered miso soup. I ordered takoyaki. I ordered other stuff, but the takoyaki was definitely the highlight for me. It was a while ago. You had a fun time with Nanako and your friends. I sure did. And by the way, our sub goal right now is to order. I found an European-based subscription service that is kind of like Japan Crate, but it's based in Europe, so it would be, you know, significantly cheaper for me to you know, ship it to me. So if we hit that sub goal, or should I say when we hit that sub goal, I will be ordering a little package from them, and we'll be trying out a bunch of different snacks and stuff from Japan. There's a dried up pickle in a plastic bag. Oh god, I don't know about that. What can we do? We can spend time with Yosuke? Say less. Bye, girly. I'm like, oh, I can spend time with Yosuke? Goodbye. Listen, I'm just going for the gay storylines here. That's all I'm looking for. That's all I'm looking for. Where the hell is Yosuke? I just run around town like, Yosuke, where are you, Yosuke? Oh my god, Yosuke. Is that him? Oh, it sure is. Hi. Can I? Oh, out of drinks. Work. Hi.
Yo!
Oh, it's Ruby. What are you doing out and about at this time of night? My shift ended early today, so I was just wandering around. If you're bored, maybe you wouldn't mind talking for a while? Yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, he better be happy. Another exhausting day. I was dealing with complaints all day. Sounds tough. Ooh, a sympathetic spirit. Both the customers and part-timers were making wild demands. Well, better this than sitting around bored. I can't get my mind off of certain things whenever I have a spare moment. Let's not bring up certain things. Should I be nosy? I want to say that must be tough. Relatable. Very relatable. Oh, thanks. You really are mature, huh? I notice you never pry when it comes to stuff like this. Enough about this, though. Why do I get the feeling this is going to turn into a depressing conversation? He's eager to change the subject. Oh yeah, would you be interested in working at Junes? We're pretty understaffed right now, so... Oh, you enjoyed your idle chat with Yosuke. You feel your relationship with him has grown stronger, and it could become stronger soon. Oh, alright.
Whoa.
Crap, how long have we been talking here? We should both be getting home. Oh yeah, here, have this. I've heard it's pretty good.
You can have this.
You just gave me a fucking cough drop. I love that. Well, see ya.
Night.
Bye, Yosuke. Please. Not that. Today's Nature Day, so you have the day off from school. You wonder when it will rain at night again. What should you do today? Oh, the phone rings.
Hey, it's me.
Oh, it's Yosuke. This might be kind of weird to ask after we hung out yesterday, but do you want to hang out again today? Oh, Yosuke. I'll see if I can find someone else to come along with. No. Unless it's another guy. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, he's so happy. Oh, hey, why don't you bring Nanako-chan with you? Let's all hang out together. You made plans to go out. Okay, cute. So he's probably gonna bring Chie or Yukiko, and we bring Nanako. Oh, he brought the boys from he brought one of the guys from the sports. No, he brought both of them. Nanako-chan sure loves this place. The first thing out of her mouth when I asked where she wanted to go was Junes. Who could blame her? This place has everything. It's like a storehouse of magic. I can see why she likes it. Anyways, isn't she cute? I have a younger sister too. I wish she was cute like Nanako-chan. Okay. Okay. I'm not cute. Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Don't worry, you're not cute.
Huh?
That's going kind of far.
Hey.
Are you a clown or something? That's the Daisuke I know. Not him blushing. Don't flatter me like that. I don't think he is. Big bro? That TV is huge. I feel like if I watch sports on a TV like this, I'd get sucked into the screen. Come on, like that could happen. It promises to be an entertaining day. You feel your relationship with Yosuke is going to become closer soon. You feel your relationship with Ko and Daisuke is going to become closer soon. You spend an afternoon with the group. Wow, what a time. That was a lot, Robin. Oh, we can spend it with Chie again? Oh my god. Chie. What are my social links looking like? Okay, we're only at rank 1 with Chie. So we could definitely spend a little bit more time. Who the hell is Ayane? Oh, from the yeah, from the art, from the music, whatever. I guess we could spend more time with Chie. I do need. Wait, hold on. Let me look at my stats and all that. Courage, reliable. Diligence, persistent. Understanding is basic. Knowledge, aware. Expression is rough. We could probably increase our stats if we do stay home. I do want to increase my relationship with Chie though. Let's do that. Let's go hang out with Miss Chie. Chie. I'm gonna go to the shopping district because everyone hangs out over there. So yeah. Oh yeah, can I? What about my personas? Level 10, level 9, level 3. What level am I? Level 13. Can I make new personas or something? Maybe I can. Maybe I can like do that.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Oh, Marie is gone. Something is different. Marie is nowhere to be found. If you're looking for Marie, I sent her on an errand. She should be back soon. An errand? Oh, please don't be concerned. The errand is, of course, pertaining to those of us who reside within the Velvet Room. I would never allow her to roam your world freely by herself. There's a piece of paper on the floor.
Oh.
What is that? She must have dropped it. It seems the piece of paper belongs to Marie. You notice something written on it. Perhaps you should return it to her.
Huh.
Wait, no. Marie frantically snatches the paper away from you.
What is this?
What are you doing? I mean, what are you doing? Did you look? No, I didn't.
I see.
Oh, you didn't? Really? Then, that's good. She looks relieved. Just, forget this happened. All of it. I'm hypnotizing you now. Sleep. Sleep. You didn't see anything. Now, wake up. That is quite an interesting reaction. Is what is on the paper really that embarrassing?
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Excuse us. Now, once again, welcome to the Velvet Room. Welcome my butt. That was close. Marie returns to her seat and fidgets restlessly. Girl. Anyway. Anyways. Oh, skill change. Alright. Okay, can we do anything? Oh, we can make a omoikane. We haven't created that one before. Should I do that? Although the Sylph is pretty iconic. She can do fire and wind. And also she can learn regenerate. So I want that. What happens if what is Valkyrie up to? Slightly restores. Ooh, I also want to learn that. Instantly escape from a dungeon. That's also very good. Okay, maybe I should just like level up my my girlies for a little bit. And maybe that will be good for a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Although Izanagi is like kind of flopping here because I think we registered him at like level 3. And it's quite rough to it's quite rough to level them up because you can't just like level them up. Can I register anyone? No, we can't. Should I summon anyone perhaps? That would maybe make for a good fusion. I don't know what that would be though with Izanagi. I'm not sure what that would be like. So maybe we just don't mess with that for a little bit. Maybe we just don't mess around with that for a second there, and we let them kind of level up for a bit. Funny coincidence meeting you here. I just came back from satisfying my hunger. Since we're both here, do you want to talk? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Cute. I kind of like this kind of slice of life type of thing, where it almost feels like we're partially playing a visual novel in a way, and you know, not too much of an RPG situation. Do you know about Aya's Mega Beef Bowl that's only served on rainy days? It's loaded to the gills. Now, there's a dish that really puts your love of meat to the test. You should try it out if you get the chance. Meat's the perfect meal for a rainy day. I'll give it a try. My love for meat will win out, please.
You think so too?
You know the majesty of meat too? I bet you and I can enjoy some great dinners together. She's nodding cheerfully. Please. Oh, we have some ads going, so I guess we can just chit chat a little bit while they're going, so people don't miss out on too much shenanigans. How is everyone gonna spend their evening on this day? You know, we're spending hours with Chie, but how is everyone gonna spend theirs? It's Monday, so I probably should do a little bit of editing just to get myself in the habit of doing it, because I was saying yesterday, I ended up not really doing anything yesterday after stream, so I should really get into the habit of editing, even if it's like for 15 minutes every day as a bare minimum, you know? But that's probably how I'm gonna spend it. I will definitely have some dinner after the stream, as I usually do. But yeah, I feel like it's gonna be pretty chill. My days have been very, very chill lately too. Not too much going on. Although this week I do have both a doctor's appointment and a dentist's appointment. So I decided to go on a double whammy in the same week and schedule both for the same week. So that's nice. That's fun. That's lovely. But yeah. Feel free to let me know what y'all are up to. If you're watching any particular show, if you're playing any particular game, any of that stuff. And we should be back from the ads. So let's continue spending some time with Miss Chie. She's talking about the Mega Beef Bowl. It's a pretty serious challenge. Even you might have trouble. If you plan to take it on, you have to still your mind and shovel it down your throat. Oh wow, I feel like I can shovel some meat down my throat. Whoa, look at the time. It's getting pretty late. She's like, oh, anyway.
From me to you.
Not meat gum. It's the best way to finish off a steak dinner. This sinewy texture's too good. We should get going. Not meat gum. Girl. That's so nasty. That sounds so nasty. It's Thursday. You have no plans today. You decide to go somewhere you don't usually go first. Oh, shit. Okay. We've been to the shrine. Oh, okay. Y'all, where do y'all want me to go? Should we go to the station? Should we go to the grocery store? What should we do? Should we go back to the shrine? Maybe something will happen then? What do y'all think? I don't know. I kind of want to go to the grocery store just to see if there's any particular thing that we could maybe buy that we don't have yet. That's kind of what I was thinking. So I think I'm gonna go with that. Let's go to Junes, where every day's gay at your Junes. The illusion of choice. I mean, if y'all had a particular choice that was, you know, very if you know, a few of y'all were like, no, you should go here, I probably would have gone with I would not have went with a neighbor drilling, so enjoy that, y'all. There's nothing you really need. Ooh, buy a snack. You decide to buy tater longs. You decide to go to the shrine in the shopping district on the way back. Oh, work. So we ended up going there anyway. Cool. Drill gameplay, let's go. Please. There's no one on the premises. The dusty shrine doesn't seem to be well maintained. You decided to go home. Work. You sense someone is watching you. Oh? What does the fox say? Ding 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 ding. A mysterious fox suddenly appears before you. Does it live at the shrine? The fox is staring at you. You notice an Emma plaque in its mouth. Oh? The mysterious fox nudges the Emma into your hand. It reads, "Please help Grandpa's legs get better, Keita." The Emma has someone's wish written on it. Why did the fox give this to you? Upon closer inspection, you notice an unusually shaped leaf stuck to the back of the Emma. You don't recognize this leaf from the local plant life. Is this also the work of the mysterious fox? What? Oh, not every day you see youngins like you around here. Nobody lives here anymore. I come by to tidy things up once in a while, but lately my legs are so achy, I just can't do it. I've been trying to get this place up to snuff, but there just isn't enough money to go around. Well, I suppose I'll pay my respects. If my legs don't heal, I can't maintain the shrine. That, and I won't be able to visit Keita anymore. He's my grandson, you know? You wonder if it could be the same Keita who wrote the Emma. The Emma said, "Please help Grandpa's legs get better." Huh? What's that you got in your hand there? Could it be that leaf? That's it. Way back when, my grandmother always used to say a leaf shaped like that was the best kind of ache remedy out there. Ah, what memories. But how did you get your hands on this? I didn't think you could find those in the mountains anymore. Please, young man, can I trouble you to spare me that leaf? You gave the old man the leaf that was stuck to the back of the Emma. Oh, this is it. This is it. Now let's see here. The old man stuck the leaf onto his leg. Ooh, I can feel it. It's working. The little jump. Amazing. The pain I've been feeling for who knows how long, it just up and vanished. Why I feel better than I have in years. You really helped me out, young man. I'm so grateful. Now I can go visit my grandson. I'd better pay thanks to the shrine for bringing us together like this. Oh my god. He's fucking zooming. You marvel at the amazing results. Not only did it heal his aches, it even restored his vitality. The fox looks on from its... Nope. Let me try that again. The fox looks on from his hiding place with a contented expression. It seems to understand that the wish on the Emma has been granted. Oh shit. The fox is peering into the offertory box as if to check the contents. It even seems to understand that the shrine has received an offering. Perhaps you were given the Emma with a leaf for that express purpose. Cute. It seems it has taken a liking to you. It has a mouthful of the same leaves as the one you gave to the old man. It seems the fox has a large stock of mysterious leaves with healing powers. The fox is looking up mirthfully. Is there something it wants from you? You cannot help but think how strange an encounter this is. As you realize a fox is showing you a pile of leaves. You feel a faint bond forming between... Stop. What? I was not expecting this. I was like, okay, I think that we're getting the Hermit Arcana. I felt like I was like, is this gonna happen? But I was not, I didn't think it was actually gonna happen. That's really funny. Social link with the fox. I love that. This social link can honestly fuck off. I hated getting it to 10. Please. Where does it find such amazing leaves? You reflect on how useful it would be to have this kind of help while searching the other side. Oh, interesting. Does it understand your thoughts? The fox gestures towards the offertory box. Is it offering its services for a price? It seems the mysterious fox has agreed to aid you in your search. However, it appears that it will require a fee for its cooperation. You returned the Emma to the shrine and went home. Oh my god, for a second I thought it was gonna join me as like a party member or something. It's getting late. You decide to go home. Okay, if I went with the police station, would it have sent me to like all of the locations?
Northern Inaba was arrested earlier today.
Oh.
The alleged thief is Pomena Sushin, a 26-year-old former employee of the company which reported the stolen vehicle.
Work.
According to the police investigation, Pomena Sushin was...
We don't care.
I'm home.
Daddy's home.
How many days is he gonna call in sick? These rookies lately sure are...
Illusion of choice, remember? Yeah, I guess. Interesting. So if I just picked the station, I probably would have went and it would have been like, oh, nobody's here. Let's go shopping. Anyway, let's go to the shrine on the way home. You know what I mean? It probably would have been that now that I think about it. But with stuff like that, don't tell me beforehand that it's like, oh, illusion of choice, or like, you know, stuff like that that kind of leads me into thinking a certain way or something. Because I wanna have as much of a, I guess, pure experience as possible, as you know, one can have, I guess, on stream. How many days is he gonna call in sick? These rookies lately sure are.
Welcome back.
He was gonna talk some shit.
I'm sorry I broke my promise again.
Oh, you sure did.
Oh, my big bro and his friends played with me instead.
please. Not the big bro.
See. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh, that's a Juness bag. What's in it?
Good eye. Well, today is Children's Day.
Not where's Adachi. Listen, he probably has his own family and his own things to take care of.
So I brought you a present.
Ooh, a present.
Yay!
Cute. What is it?
Ooh, a t-shirt.
Ooh. Is that a duck? What is
Took me a
that?
while to decide what to get you. You like it?
Aww.
Wow, there's a picture on the front. That's so funny. Yay!
Cute. You love Adachi. Such a clown. His face looks so goofy. You can't help but love it. Aww.
I got you one too. Not that you're still a child or anything.
I got my eye on Adachi. Oh, a swimsuit with an odd design on it. Thank you.
Don't mention it. I thought you might need one soon.
Oh, I guess it is May. Oh my god, it's my birthday. Not my birthday being Children's Day. Not May 5th being Children's Day.
Well then, let's eat.
Are we gonna have a beach episode? We're gonna go to the beach each. BRB, enjoy your break, Echo. You spent a pleasant evening with the Dojimas. Cute. Cute. Oh, I guess we can't sneak out or anything because he's home. So we can only read or work or study. So, yeah. We can do that. Ocean's a bit far, but the river's right in town. I'm sure you'll end up taking a swim sometime this year. Make sure to wear that, okay? Alright. Nothing catches my eye. So we're not gonna sneak out. We're gonna go straight to our room. And there's no midnight channel because it's sunny. So we can just do whatever. We haven't studied in quite a bit. Do we need money? I guess we could always use more money. We just studied also recently with Chie, so let's make more money. Let's make some money. Nice, 1500s. 1500s. Going to school. Oh. Oh, he's chugging along. Hey, Yosuke.
Just fix this thing. It's making squeaking sounds again.
No, not that. Not maybe it's karma. Please. Maybe this is some shit I probably would say as a joke to a friend. I guess we can say that as a joke.
Huh? Yeah. Hey, by the way.
Not him just saying yeah.
I'm sorry about the other day. You know, about what I said to Nanako-chan.
No.
After hanging out with Nanako-chan, I feel even stronger that we have to solve this case.
Why? We'll do our best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Chie and Yukiko seem different lately. They're a lot closer.
Lesbian rights,
Oh, yeah, I
hello.
was just curious, but are you... never mind. You know, if we keep chatting, we're gonna be late.
Are you what, Yosuke?
Man,
Are you
school's such a
what?
chore. And now my bike's messed up too.
Aw.
The roads are much wider here than in the city, so I keep speeding. I guess that did it.
Well.
Oh well. Until I get my motorcycle license, I'll just have to walk.
Yosuke on a motorcycle is a scary thought. Yosuke on a motorcycle is, I fear for him. I fear for the people in this town. I fear for everyone involved. Oh, it's him again.
What's up?
Hey, you have anything going on? If you're free this afternoon, can you come with me? There's some place I want to go. Think about it, okay? Maybe you should hang out with Yosuke after school. Okay. Maybe so. Is this everyone we're about to like improve our social skill with? That's fun. Social link, not skill. What you doing? If you have time after school, hang out with me, okay? When I'm not busy after school, you can usually find me hanging out on the roof. Think about it. Maybe you should hang out with Chie after school. Oh god. Do we have to make a choice here? Well, we're obviously choosing Yosuke.
Oh, why do the holidays have to end so fast?
I know. They always go back so by so fast.
I listened in on the housewives gossiping at Juness, but it doesn't seem like anything happened.
Not the housewives. Not the real housewives of Juness.
And I haven't heard anything about someone disappearing suddenly either. You think Yukiko could have been the last of the victims?
I don't know. I doubt this is over.
I don't know. But we shouldn't relax as long as the
Because it
culprit
hasn't
remains
been like
large.
raining a ton, so you know, so it hasn't been foggy, so you know.
I wonder, will someone show up on TV again if it rains? We
Maybe
only know a little
so.
more about who the killer might be.
Well,
It's no good fretting over it now. If someone does show up on the Midnight Channel, then we'll deal with it.
yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get
It's supposed to
there.
start raining soon, but I hope this weather holds through next week.
We'll see.
You know, midterms.
Oof.
You had to go and bring that up.
Not the
I don't wanna think
midterms.
about it.
Yosuke's like,
I
no,
wish I had Yukiko's
not the
gift for
not the
studying.
midterms.
Hey, Yosuke, why don't you have Yukiko go over some of the material with you?
Oh,
Oh, that's right. Yukiko's ranked at the top on every exam.
oh, Queen.
Maybe I should ask her for some private lessons.
Private lessons?
She's like, I'm right here.
Huh? What's wrong?
Oh,
Ow! What was that for? I'm just asking you to help me study.
please, she got his ass.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were talking about studying. I thought it might have been an off-color joke. Arian has had some strange visitors.
Oh, ew.
If you thought it was a joke, then just shrug it off.
Yosuke, no. That's not how that works. I mean, you know, retroactively, you deserve the slap now.
Sorry. My
No.
hand moved without thinking.
He deserved it.
Jeez. Thanks a lot, Chie, for bringing up the whole studying thing.
That's what you get.
What did I do? You're the one who made it sound creepy and wrong. Private lessons, huh?
Thank you.
What? Then it's mostly my fault?
Yes.
Oh, I should start heading home.
Yes, that's exactly what that is. Just argue with each other. I love that. Ooh, excuse me. Classes have ended for today. You have no choice but to wait for another rainy night. You recall taking your part-time job at the daycare center. You can get there from the bus stop. Oh yeah. That would be a really juicy way. That would be a very juicy way of getting more munties. We have a lot of alternatives this time. We could go to the shrine for a fortune. I'm assuming that would potentially increase our social link with the fucking fox. I think we must go with Yosuke. I think that's the move. I think that's the move. We go hang out with our boy Yosuke. Oh, what's going on? Do you have a moment? I must speak to you on behalf of the Mystery Association, or if you would prefer the Occult Club. Surely a student of your tastes can appreciate the dark arts. Not really? Okay, anyway, hi Yosuke. Ruby, if you're free, you want to go somewhere? Yes, let's go on a date. Let's spend time with Yosuke. Gay. Ooh, are we going to the movies? Okina City, in front of the Okina station. Yosuke brought you all the way here. It's been a while since I breathed this kind of air. You know, I'm just a poor little city boy drawn to that urban scent. Please. Wait a minute. Am I starting to sound like Teddy? He's sounding like you too. Stop. Not you're looking hairier. Not Teddy's cute. I'll go with the weird choice. You're looking hairier. Now that you mention it, the foam in my facial soap this morning had. Hey, you're making me scare myself. There you go. We got a little chuckle out of him. Well, that aside, what should we... Oh, a text message. Am I the only person that doesn't have any sound coming through on their phone? I usually just have it on mute the whole time. Like, I don't... Every time I would get like regular notification sounds for anything, I would always jump. So like I always resort to, you know, having it on silent. More spam. Me. Looks like someone got my address. I get a lot of spam. Oh no. Why not change addresses? Address? You don't block them? Even when I do, they change domains. There's no point. And I don't want to change my address. Yosuke is sighing. I haven't changed addresses since before we moved to Inaba. I mean, I might get a text from someone. It's hard to call, you know? If I called people just to tell them my number changed, they'd get annoyed. And some of them never planned to text me anyway. So, you know, you wouldn't lose out on anything. Oh, but hey, don't look at me like I don't have any friends. Though, to tell you the truth, I don't remember what we all used to talk about. I can't really call them friends. Inaba suits me just fine. Plus, I got something I need to do there. I'm counting on you, partner. Yeah, gay. You understand Yosuke a little more. Gay, 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 gay. Rank 3, honey. Iconic. Your power to create personas. Yeah. Determination battle has been enhanced. He can now perform a follow-up attack during battle. When you knock down an enemy in battle, your ally will sometimes follow up. Cute. Well, with that in mind, should we head back? It would suck if something happened back there while we were over here. Alright, let's head home. Wait, let's get everyone a souvenir then. And then go home.
Alright, let's go.
Sure, let's do that. You return to Inaba with Yosuke in a hurry. I guess we went to the movies? Or maybe we just literally...
You're back.
Went to the city and then came back immediately. Oh, we can spend it with Dojima. Huh. Interesting. I didn't realize that would have been an option. Hello.
Hey.
Hey Ruby, how are things? You should get used to life here by now. Yeah, let's have a little conversation with him. I guess we never get to spend time with him. Haha, you bored? Well, have a seat. I'm sad. I would have a seat on his lap. Ha 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 ha. Not in character though, because we're related. But me, you know, IRL me would. We haven't had the time to talk like this since you got here, huh? Dojima is desperately casting about for a topic to discuss. Well, how's school? It's fun. You can go, meh.
Yeah.
What kind of answer is that? If you have something to say, you say it straight out. That's how we do things in this house. Dojima is making a wry face. What else? Oh yeah, how about your friends? Looks like you've made plenty of them. Dojima's scowling. I'm not saying who you can and can't hang out with, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Oh, say it out loud. You don't have enough courage. Work. No, I don't. Are you being straight with me? No, I'm being gay with you. I can't tell if you're playing clownish, or if you're pretending not to know, or if you really are that dense. He sighs. For some reason, wherever there's an incident, there you are. I wish I didn't have to consider this, but the killings began around the time you came to town. My job is all about eliminating the random element. I look only at the facts. If you keep getting caught up in my job, then...
What's wrong?
Is he suspecting of me? Big bro didn't do anything bad. I know, I didn't mean it like that. It sure sounded like it. Oh, but you're bullying him. Oh. I'm not bullying him. We were just having a little talk. It's getting late. Go to sleep. Okay. Work. Sheesh. She's really taking a shine to you. Look, just don't get yourself involved in anything dangerous. Oh, don't worry about that. I would never... As long as you're safe, everything's fine. Your parents didn't ask me to raise your grades or anything. Work. Seems Dojima is genuinely worried about you. You feel a faint bond forming between you and Dojima. That's funny. What is it? The Clown Arcana? I'm kidding. The ACAB Arcana? Oh, the Hierophant. Alright. Alright, Hierophant. I'm just sitting back a little bit, y'all. My back hurts a little bit. Oh, his name is Ryotaru. I feel like I don't remember that. You may earn an experience bonus when... Yeah. I know that. Things here might be... Oh, there's an ad playing. Ooh. Ooh. I should probably take a little break myself. So, y'all, I'm gonna take a little break while the ad breaks is running. So, yeah, I'll be back in a couple minutes. Welcome back, y'all. Let's get back into the game. Let's put gay in gaming. Oh. Anyway, we're just spending some time with Dojima here, okay? We were, in fact, talking to him right before our ad break kind of kicked in. So, yeah, let's just keep talking. Things here might be a little different from what you're used to, but this is a good town. Though it's a little dangerous right at the moment. Now then, it's about time for you to turn in. Get some sleep.
Night.
Night. That was a conversation that we had. It's a rainy night. You overhear students talking. Ooh, all this rain. I hate rain. It's supposed to keep raining until this evening too. Speaking of misery, midterms start next Monday. They even post the results up for everyone to see. Oh, don't worry about it. Your life isn't going to be ruined by one little piece of paper, is it? What? How can you possibly believe that? Getting good grades has benefits when interacting with people. Talented people really are more highly valued in society, aren't they? Girl, that's funny. Mr. Hosoi, have you picked up the latest edition of Bully Teacher yet? Oh, of course I did, but it's raining today. I hope I can get it home without getting it all wet. So, does anyone have an extra book cover they'd be kind enough to lend me? Whoops, I have to start the lecture. Don't try to distract me by talking about books. Today we're going to discuss Kokoro by Sosei Natsume. Open your textbooks. Before we get to the actual literature, let's ask a question about Soseki himself. How about Redacted, the city boy? Do you know how Sosuke Natsume translated the English phrase I love you into Japanese? Girl, I don't fucking know. Sorry, I was eating a cookie. And I think some of it is stuck in my teeth. Okay. Y'all, does anyone know? So the options here are I love you, I could die, I love thee, or the moon is beautiful, isn't it? Does anyone know? I'm not good. I'm not good. I'm not someone who's cultured and reads. Hey Chris, moon's a beaut. Thank you. Oh, it's an anime cliche. I feel like it's gone over my head because I love anime. I haven't seen anime in a minute. But yeah, I guess it just I never really clocked it. I never really paid attention to it. By the way, I hope you're doing well, Chris. Happy Monday. You're very knowledgeable. Thank you. He translated it as the moon is beautiful, isn't it? By the way, the person who translated it as I could die was Shime Futabate, another prominent Meiji era writer. Though he translated it from Russian, not English, but it's still similar in that they didn't do direct translations. Back then, in Japan, there wasn't the same direct expression of love that we have now, so they had to get creative. It's a subtle, endearing translation, much like the Japanese language itself. Alright, let's get back into Kokoro. Alright, I learned something new on this day, so thank you for that. And my knowledge has increased. An icon is emerging. You hear thunder rumbling.
Hey, Chie, I bought you a new copy of that Trial of the Dragon flick.
Ooh.
It was the Greatest Punches version for 980 yen.
Greatest Punches version.
Buying you grilled steak.
Stop. That's funny.
This is clearly getting closer.
Persona 4 is so good. I'm really enjoying my first playthrough of it. I really, really am. Is it your favorite Persona game?
Huh? What are you, scared of a little lightning?
Maybe so.
Quiet, you!
I'd be a goner if even one of those things hit me.
Please. Oh, poor Chie.
You're freaking out way too much.
Yosuke, you're getting a little on my nerves. It's one of your favorites. Iconic. Story better than 5. Okay, what is your favorite then? Or what is the other favorite that you have? That's lovely to hear. This is my first Persona game ever, so I don't know any better. But I want to try 3 and 5 because they're, I feel like, the more accessible, not accessible, the more approachable games to get into. You know what I mean? So unfortunately 1 and 2 are it's probably gonna be a minute until I get into those.
Come on, shouldn't weather like this help with your kung fu training?
He's being such an ass.
Bolt of lightning would hit and it'd give you the inspiration for a new move. There's a scene like that in your DVD, wasn't there?
Please.
You jerk! You don't even care how I feel!
Oh, call him
If
out.
lightning has to strike someone, let it be this guy!
Please. Oh,
Huh? Is this a blackout?
best Britney album.
That's what you get for saying that stuff, Chia.
Wow.
Looks like I better hurry up and head to work. Depending on how produce sells today, I might get a little bonus in my pay for the week.
All right.
This weather may keep customers away, but I gotta do my best if I'm gonna save up for a motorcycle.
Yeah, you do that, Yosuke. Oh, is it spam again?
It's from my manager.
4 is better than 3. Wait, no. 4 is better than 5. And 3, don't play the re-release on Steam. Emulate it. Ooh. I would never do such a thing. Thank you for letting me know. I would probably just do the Game Pass version. You know what I mean? I would probably just subscribe for a month and try the game out, and try other games out on there, and just do that. I did hear that there's a little bit of a division on which version is better for 3. Some people say the portable version is better. Some people say the original 3 is better. So you seem to be on the camp of you prefer the PS2 version. Why is that? Without getting into any spoilers or anything. Is there a particular reason for that? Purchase a PS2 and buy the disc. Yeah, I'll just have to find a disc for that. I do still have my PS2, but purchasing the original is probably so expensive. But yeah, I do wonder why there's such a big division between people who prefer portable versus people who prefer the original. Oh, it's
Hello?
the manager. Hello.
Yosuke-kun? Some of the power in the store is out after that lightning strike.
Oh.
Could you come in early today? All the refrigerated shelves have stopped
Oh
running.
God, that sounds like such a
It's looking like we'll
nightmare.
have to close up the produce section early today.
Wait, what? But my pay!
Please.
Anyway, I need you here to help deal with this mess. I'm counting on you. Goodbye.
Please. He's like, okay, anyway.
Wait!
Oh, Yosuke. There's
What are you looking at me for?
There's better weeks ahead, Yosuke. It's okay. I haven't seen or heard anything of it, because when I want to play a game, I typically don't really dive into watching streams or anything, because I want to experience it for the first time on my own, kind of thing. So I typically don't consume a lot of content regarding it, so I don't know anything about it. So the music is badly compressed, and they removed the 3D exploration on the game. Oh, interesting. Persona 3 Portable is a lazy re-release. Interesting. I think it did originally come out for the PSP, right? So I'm sure they had to cut some stuff out in order for the game to still run on there. I don't know. Because Persona 4 Golden was on the Vita, right? So it makes sense that they got to keep the game as true to the original as they could with added content. But I understand why they would have, because that's what happened a lot of the time for the PSP releases. They ended up cutting a lot of. They usually would release the same stuff as the PS2 counterpart, but it was cut content and all that stuff. So they would cut some content, they would cut some corners, and yeah. Just watch one combat encounter in the game. The audio is so bad. Really? Even in the new re-release? They didn't fix that for the re-release? That kind of sucks if that's the case. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. But as far as the content itself, it's the same thing, right? Does either version have more content than the other? or anything like that, because I can honestly ignore, you know, questionable audio. It wouldn't be ideal. Like I said, I probably will just play it on Game Pass without having to buy it, so that I would, you know, kind of judge it for myself. But it's kind of unfortunate to hear that.
Why did this have to happen?
Well,
Hey, Yukiko, can we just go home?
please.
Chie, do you know this story?
Oh,
A girl forgot her homework, so she snuck into
Stop.
school in the middle of the night. But she suddenly needed to use
Stop.
the bathroom. She ventured into the girls' room where all the lights were off. No one should have been there, but in the mirror...
not Miss Yukiko coming in with a horror story.
Hold it right there. What are you talking about?
I'm Chie with that. When people start talking about scary shit, I'm like, you stop that right there,
It's a ghost story. I thought you liked them.
please.
Yeah, but why tell it now?
Please. Chie is so funny. I adore her. She's on the verge of tears. What should you do? Let's comfort her.
Thanks. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, you're
Why
welcome.
don't you just have him escort you back home, Chie?
Please. Persona 3 Fez has the answer. It's like a continuation of the main game, and audio is good. Huh. Wait. So how many versions of that game are there? There's Persona 3, Persona 3 Portable, and then Persona 3 Fez? Is that what? Huh.
Are you making fun of me?
No.
Well, yeah, with how freaked out you are, can you blame me?
Please. Oh, the lights are on.
Oh, the power's back. Come on, Yukiko, let's go home.
She's like, let's get the fuck out of here, girl. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh, so there's only 2 versions. Okay. What does Fez stand for? Interesting. I love the P3P also looks like PSP in a way, kind of, sort of, if you like squint a little bit. Oh, festival. All right. Interesting. Thank you for letting me know of those differences. I had no idea. I thought it was just like there were like minor changes between the two or something like that, and people just preferred one over the other. But yeah, thank you for letting me know. So it's not raining, really. Oh my god, the capsule machine. That's funny. That's really funny. Went straight home into the TV. I kind of want to go to the library because we do have the midterms. And I'm kind of afraid that we're not going to make it. Or not that we're not going to make it. That sounds so fucking dramatic. But, you know, I feel like studying a little bit at the library wouldn't be the worst of ideas. So I think I'm just going to go with that. It's really nice having to getting to pick a little bit of like what you want to do, like after school, or, you know, if it's a weekend, you get to have a little bit of like, you get to pick 2 things to do. It's kind of neat having that choice, I feel. Ooh, I was able to solve a difficult problem. We went from aware to informed. All right. P3P is like a novel game on Steam, if you know what I mean. Like a visual novel. I do kind of get visual novel vibes from this. I was kind of talking about it earlier. Like this Persona game in specific is giving like JRPG meets visual novel in a good way. Like I do like a visual novel. Because of how much like there's story to it, and there's like, it's very character driven and less like gameplay driven. Of course, you know, if you want, you can go into the TV world like every day, right? and you can just like do dungeons all the time, and it can be very grindy and all that stuff. But I feel like you do get a lot out of the game by, you know, improving the character, you know, the social links and all that stuff. So it is very visual novel-y in that aspect. No tips, thank you. I'm just going by my own pace, just going with the flow and seeing what happens, and then, you know, I'll learn from my from my good or bad decisions. You know, I just want kind of like a pure playthrough, first playthrough, if you will. But thank you for offering. I appreciate that. There's definitely going to be points where I'm like, please help, or I'll ask particular questions about stuff. But as far as like the way that I'm playing the game, I'm just, you know, I'm willing to learn from my mistakes and just yeah, a raw experience. Exactly. That's a good way to put it. Thank you. You studied while the pouring rain and crashing thunder blocked out all the distracting noise. Nice. GG's. GG us.
Welcome home.
Thank you. It stopped raining, but the thunder was so loud. Were you scared? Oh, so it's not raining anymore. The midnight channel is not going to be a thing. Marie and Rise, best girls. I've only got to spend time once with Marie because I don't know, I haven't been like avoiding her. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't been avoiding her, but every time I'm like, oh, let's do the, you know, sports club, let's do the drama club, let's do literally everything else. And then I learned by, you know, being a little nosy on Twitter that you actually need to max out your social link with Marie in order to get like the true ending. So that's why people spend as much time as they can with her as quickly as possible. But you know, I'll keep that in mind. You know, I don't always go for necessarily a true ending. There's always, you know, New Game Plus to do that with. So yeah. Let's spend some time with Nanako. I feel like that hasn't really been an option, so we can kind of chit chat with her. She looks as though if she's not doing anything. You feel your relationship with Nanako isn't ready to advance yet. Okay, let's just spend some time with her.
Yeah.
Let's just chit chat or something. I feel so bad for her because she's always like alone. You know, like I do feel bad for her. You feel your relationship is going to become closer soon. How sweet. I always feel so bad for her because she's always like, you know, just at home by herself watching TV. Her dad is never home. You must spend more time with her because she's the best. I really should. Today is a Sunday, so you don't have to go to school. Yeah, it's not raining. What should you do today? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, the phone is ringing.
Oh, hello?
Chie! Would you mind hanging out with me for a while today? I need to get my mind off of studying for a bit. Yeah, because I think we also should level up our social link with her.
Yeah.
See you soon. Cute. This is important if you have the same persona as the Arcana you're hanging out with. Yeah, I noticed, I forget which character it was, but I had a particular persona equipped, if you will, and I hung out with someone and it was like, oh, because you have the whatever persona, you get bonus whatever. So yeah, that was a nice little touch. Ooh, we're hanging out at the Samegawa Riverbank. This looks like a good spot. You know, for training. Right, of course. I need to hone my kicking skills or I won't be able to use them in battle. I tried practicing at home, but my mom and daddy yelled at me for putting a hole in the shoji. Please. Still, now's the time to train, right? Right. You think so too? Chie looks really happy. So, let's train together. No? I'm cool with it. Sure.
Right.
Chie looks really happy. I'm glad. That thing, you know, from that time, I mean, the shadow that came out of me, I feel pathetic knowing that that's another me. Makes me feel like I gotta work harder.
All right.
Alright, let's do it. Between you and me, we'll be unstoppable. The beginning of your training with Chie, please. You feel your relationship with Chie has grown a bit deeper. How fun. I'd be like, sorry, I don't really do exercise. Hey Fly, good to see you, Icon. What are you up to? Oh my god. You used to like Chia until you turned the English VA on. Oh no, do you not like her? She's so funny. The voice, honestly, her voice actress to me makes her so much funnier. She's the best. I really enjoy Chie. She's so funny. Your power to create personas of the Chariot Arcana has grown. Chie's growth of heart has affected her persona as well. Oh, work. Rebellion? What does that do? Ooh. Let's start today with frog leaps. Come on, try some. Please.
Laters.
Just taking a work break. Nice, nice, nice. I hope work has been juicy and productive and not too much of a bothersome moment. You trained with Chie for a while and walked partway home with her. Fun. Yeah, enjoy your work break. Oh, what is she doing? What is that? Nanako seems to be lost in thought. What's wrong?
Well,
Nanako fidgets. What?
I made flowers at school yesterday.
Aww.
They said today is Mother's Day.
Aww.
My teacher told us that's a day when you give your mom flowers.
Time to cry. Well, shit. The game reminds me of 2007, good old days. Aw, was that when you played this originally? That's sweet. I get that same feeling with like Kingdom Hearts 2. With Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, actually. I get that with Final Fantasy. Like, honestly, a lot of the PS2 era games, I get a lot of that kind of nostalgia feeling. So yeah, it's sweet. It's nice that you have that with this game. Oh, we have a little bit of an ad break coming in, so I'm not gonna advance with the story. So we're just gonna chit chat here for a little bit. What are some of your favorite games from childhood and all that? You played it with your uncle. How sweet. My uncle was a big gamer too. He used to have a whole room that was like, he had like figures on it, like really good figures on it, like for superheroes, a lot of Marvel stuff. He used to commission a lot of like art, so he had a bunch of that too, like really good paintings, you know what I mean? So it was really cool to see someone who was like super into like the hobby of like, you know, being a nerd and being a gamer and stuff like that. So he always had like, he had a PS2 before I think we did. So I remember he was the first person that showed me like Kingdom Hearts. He showed me like at the time Tekken 4 was new, so I remember being like, oh my god, Tekken, because I loved Tekken 3, so I was like, oh my god, Tekken 4 looks amazing. I need to do some sort of like Tekken, I wouldn't say marathon, but I think it would be fun to dive into the Tekken games for a little bit and just maybe do like a couple characters per game or something, and we can kind of do a couple storylines from each game and just, you know, witness the growth of the series in a way. I think that could be interesting. So yeah, I remember very vividly that. And my cousins also would have, because we only had a Master System for a long time, but they had the Genesis or the Mega Drive. So they had a bunch of stuff. Like, I remember playing the Smurfs game growing up. I remember playing, there was this fighting game that I keep forgetting the name of. It was like something Champions. And I remember obviously the Sonic games. There was a Spot game. That was also that someone also had. I just remembered very vaguely that kind of stuff. And then obviously we got into the PS1 and PS2 later. So I always feel a lot of nostalgia for a lot of those. Your parents used to love playing Burger Time and Super Mario Bros. Aww. I don't remember Burger Time. I don't remember that. You didn't play much games until you were 14. You got your first laptop. Nice. That was probably around... No, I was probably a little younger. Or maybe it was roughly around that time. I actually don't know. It was roughly around like 8th to 9th grade. So I don't know what that would have been. Wait, so 6 plus 8 would be... So yeah, I was like 14, 15 when I got my first laptop. You played a lot of Wii with family, Mario and Luigi games. How sweet. I got into we got into emulation pretty early because a friend of my brother at the time, like this was a long time ago when we still had the one shared PC for both of us. And he had like a CD at the time with like a, I don't even remember it. It might have been, I actually don't remember if it was a CD at the time. I think it was, but I think he also had a floppy disk with like with ROMs and with like emulators for like Genesis games with I think at the time it was mostly Genesis games. I remember at some point we got a PlayStation 1 emulator as well, and we would just play the games that we owned. Because I don't think at the time we knew how to like download games, or I don't know if they were like that easily available for a while. This was like very early 2000s probably. So yeah, I do very vaguely remember that's kind of how I got into more Genesis games. And that was a way for like one of us would play a PS1 game on the PC while the other was playing like a PS1 or PS2 game on, you know, the PlayStation 1 or 2 at the time. I don't remember which one we had. But yeah, that was kind of planted a seed into, you know, a lot of me experiencing like, you know, PS1 and 64 games, GBA games. I experienced it a lot through that as a kid, allegedly. I don't know. You only got to play games. When visiting family. Never challenge moms on Wii bowling, please. We never had any sort of family games like that. I did get my parents, because I have a Switch. I did get my parents to play Mario Kart at some point. And you know, they tried their best and did not succeed. But it was nice. My teacher told us that's a day when you give your mom flowers.
I don't have a mom, so I don't know what to do with these flowers.
Oh, Nanako. She seems upset. Not give them to me. You can give them to her? Like what? We take her to the cemetery or something? Let's give them to your dad. Oh, I don't know. Let's say that. We can give them to her.
Huh? Oh, you mean the family altar?
Yeah.
Dad always puts food there. He said it gets to Mom in heaven.
Aww.
Do you think my flowers will get to her too?
Aww. Yes.
I did a really good job on mine.
Oh, I want to
My
cry.
teacher said they were pretty too. I wonder
Oh.
if my mom will be happy to get them.
Oh. Oh, my heart. Oh, sweet angel.
You should make a flower too, big bro.
Oh,
Then we can celebrate Mother's Day together.
that's cute. That's really sweet. Nanako taught you how to make an origami flower.
We did it!
Nice. Oh. You place the finished flower on the family altar. It's getting late, so you put Nanako to bed and head back to your room. How sweet was that, y'all? Oh my god. I guess we can only... Wait, we can spend more time with Dojima? Do we want that? I guess we can. Hello. Wait, where's the family altar? Do I know where it is? Is this the family altar? I can't really... No, I don't think it is. Maybe it's at a different location. Did you and Nanako make the flowers on the family altar? Oh yeah, it was Mother's Day. Thanks.
Hey,
Ruby, how's it going? Oh, well, maybe that wasn't the right line. Dojima is struggling to find the right words. I don't consider myself an old man yet, but when it comes to high schoolers, I don't know what to talk about. You can't communicate well with Dojima. If your expression was at the level of eloquent, you'd be able to carry on a conversation. That's so funny. Okay, drag me. Fuck. I know, that part was so sweet. That part was really, really sweet. Okay, because we have midterms coming in, I feel like I should study again. If you get a good score on the test, you may become well known among your classmates and be more popular. Sure. Sure, let's go with that. Your knowledge has increased. Great. As you studied, you read a number of dictionary entries that piqued your interest. Your knowledge has increased. Lovely. Nanako is a heart melter. She's such a sweet angel. I adore her. She's such a sweet angel. Your first term midterms begin today and continue through Thursday. You should hurry to school. Oh damn, so we have like a okay. It's funny. Our midterms kind of like I guess I do remember vaguely. It was kind of exam-esque, right? But yeah, I don't listen. It's been over 10 years since I graduated high school. It's been a moment. Exams are finally starting today. Real life's harsh. Not learn to pick your battles. Have you studied for them? Can't you tell? Do I look like I'm ready? But even once exams are over, we're not done with the case. All this depressing stuff's just gonna keep going on and on and on. I mean, I guess nothing has really happened for like a few weeks now, so you know, it's fine. Midterms day 1. It's a 3-day exam thing. Wow. I don't remember having that in school. That seems very intense. What is it called when muscles grow after exercise? Oh shit. I feel like I don't remember. But I feel like we've had this question before. Oh, okay. So our options are overgrowth, overcompensation, or overexertion. Is it overgrowth? You can tell me this one. I don't mind with the pop quizzes. I don't mind y'all telling me. It's common in Asia. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Overcompensation. Oh, I feel like I said overgrowth last time because nobody knew. None of us in chat knew, so we were like, okay. So it's overcompensation. Okay, what is the year before 1 AD called? Wait, we've had this before, right? It's 0 BC, right? Didn't we already get all these questions? I forget if it's 0 or if it's 1 BC. So the options are 0 BC, 0 AD, or 1 BC. And I don't remember if it's 1 or 0. I think 1 BC would make sense. Because there's not like a year 0, is there? I think it's 1 BC. I don't think year 0 is a thing. Okay, so more pop quizzes for day 2. Alright. Which of these types of numbers does not exist? Amicable, betrothed, marriage, or sociable? Was it marriage numbers? Wait, no. Which one does not exist? Oh, fuck. Was it sociable? Or was it marriage? Marriage numbers doesn't exist. Okay, we'll go with that. Who translated I love you as the moon is beautiful? Oh, shit. Was it Shimei? We already had this question today. Was it Shimei or Soseki? Our options are Soseki Natsume, Shimei Futabate, or Yukichi Fukuzawa. Oh, is it Soseki Natsume? Is that the one? Okay, work. I was like, it's either Shimei or Soseki. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, day 3. Yeah, we still have another day. Who said, as soon as laws are necessary for men, they are no longer fit for freedom? Was it Pythagoras? I think so, right? They were talking about that today. I think it was Pythagoras, because they were talking about that today. I think. Which of the following is the highest mountain in the solar system? Mount Everest, Gula Mons, Maxwell Montes, Olympus Mons. Ooh, I don't remember because I think we got this wrong as well. They said arrest men. Music notes means right. Okay, so I think I got it right. Do y'all know this one? Is it Mount Everest? I think they said it wasn't. I think they said it was something else, but I don't remember. I don't remember. The highest mountain. Mount Everest, Gula Mons, Maxwell Montes, or Olympus Mons. So it's not Everest. There's 4 options. Which one? It's Olympus? Okay. I'll go with that. And we got a music note. Nice. Nice. The last day. Oh my god. It's 4 days. You were familiar with every question. You feel confident about your answers. Oh, work. Okay, didn't have to do anything.
It's finally over.
Yeah, finally.
What a load off. I bet every student feels like this after exams are over.
Yeah, that sounds stressful to do like 4 days of exams back to back. Oof.
Hey, quiet down.
Uh,
So what did you write for number 7? The one about what
GA
dad
said,
referred
shut the
to in
fuck up.
sentence?
Please.
I put her sorrowful expression.
I always had the friends who were like, oh my God, what did you do in this and this and that? And was I the only person that like after a test or an exam, I would be like, girl, I don't remember. Was that just me? Like I would literally come out of an exam or a test and I would be like, I literally don't remember. I feel like I just blacked out and I just, you know what I mean? Like I don't remember any of it. Like I would remember vaguely some things, but I would be like, girl, I don't fucking know what I did. Yosuke sounds a little bit like Spider-Man, huh? I didn't really let me pay attention.
Oh, crap. Then I got it wrong. I put the rice cakes on top of the table.
Not the rice cakes.
Rice cakes? Wait, was that what the story was about?
Please, she didn't read it, did she?
All right. I'm giving up on composition. I'm going to bet it all on geography.
Please. Oh, I haven't played Spider-Man PS4. Do you recommend? I haven't yet, but it looks good. It looks really good. And I know it's on Steam now and everything. It's on my wish list. But I haven't gotten to it. I really want to play it, both that and Miles Morales. Because it looks so good. Both of them look so good. But yeah, so many games, so little time and money. You'd recommend? Awesome. I definitely would. I would love to play them.
What did you choose for the tallest mountain in the solar system?
Olympus.
Seriously? I chose the wrong one.
No.
Oh, I put that one too.
Okay, so we probably got it right.
Whoa, you two? And it's probably the right answer.
Oh, Miss Chi.
Boy, I can't wait for our grades to be posted out in the hall where everyone can see them. Jeez.
That was okay. Is that not a thing that in other places? Because over here, that's a thing. Whenever we would have like, not with tests, but whenever we'd have an exam, like all the exam, like the teachers, the way that exams work over here is like the teachers who they take it like very seriously with exams. They have like, for example, if you're doing like an English exam, they have like a history teacher looking over just to make sure that nobody is cheating or anything. Or, you know, and they have someone of a different subject watching the class so that we can ask them any questions or anything, or they can help us. And then they put all of our exams in like an envelope and they ship it over to teachers from like the other side of the country to grade them, like teachers that don't know us, so that it's like as unbiased as possible. No, they can't, obviously. But to reduce the possibilities of any teachers wanting to help or anything with the exams, they just have someone of a different subject watching over the class just to make sure that it's like, you know, it's like a bunch of regulations that they have with our exams. And then the results are just like available everywhere. So it's just like they just they just print out the results for the entire school to see, and that's how we know, like, and that's with our like end of the year grades and all that stuff. They would have all of that just exposed for everyone to see. We wouldn't get it like individually or anything. It was just like a thing that everyone kind of consulted. So you could peep on like your, you know, everyone else that in your class. You could peep on like people from other classes. You could be like, what grades did they get and all that stuff. So yeah, that was kind of how that worked. You played New Vegas? I have not. I only played the first Fallout game ever. I don't remember why. It was probably, we probably had a thing where I wanted to try the first. Was it because I wanted to try the first ever Fallout? Was it because I was doing a thing where I was playing a game from specific years? I don't remember why, but I ended up playing the first Fallout game on Game Pass. But I've never played any of the others. I haven't played, you know, New Vegas. I haven't played 4 or, you know, 76 or whatever. So I haven't played most of them. Funny enough, I only played the very first one, and I didn't like hate it, but it was very difficult. I remember dying very, very easily with that one. Because it's just very difficult. And it's like real-time strategy as well, which is a genre that I'm not like super, super like well-versed in, I guess. But I'm willing to try it. Fallout is definitely on my list of games to like check out for sure. I have like a mental list of games that I wanna get into.
Hey, did you hear? A TV station's filming here in town.
Ooh, drama. You only get 150 days in game. Oh, really? I don't remember that being a thing because I never got that far. That's also wild. Like the time constraint. Oof. I feel like I could never beat that game.
They're probably just doing more stuff about that hanging corpse case.
Not the
No,
corpse
it's
case.
not that. You know the highway nearby? They're gonna cover those biker gangs that hang around there. A
Ooh.
friend of mine goes to the biker meetings sometimes. I heard it from him.
Come on, knowledgeable student.
What are you doing hanging out with a guy in a biker gang?
Oh.
Well, anyways, what do you think about tomorrow's group blind date? We were gonna meet outside, but
Blind date.
it's gonna rain soon, right? Won't it be better to play it safe tomorrow too?
Oh shit.
Biker gang? Oh yeah. They raise a ruckus from time to time. I guess your place is too far away to hear them.
We live right by the road. The noise can drive you insane.
Oof. Pay attention to every dialogue. No. I skip every dialogue now. Kidding. Don't tell me what to do.
I hear some guys at this school are part of it too.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know there are some rumors about a first-year student here who's a total hellraiser.
I watched a little bit of the anime, so I think I know where this is going, but I'm gonna wait until it's confirmed. I also don't know why the hell I watched the anime before years before I even would pick up the game. But anyway, that's another story for another day.
One of the guys working at Jeunesse said the dude's been a legend ever since middle school.
Not that.
Although, was he in a biker gang?
Girl, I don't know.
Did you say he was a legend?
It's not what you think,
Yukiko is like, ooh, a legend, you say? The final day of midterms. You have no choice but to wait for another rainy night. We're done. We're done with the midterms. I'm tired. Cause the game is good. Yeah. The anime is pretty good. I remember enjoying it. I didn't watch the full thing. I don't remember how much of it I watched, but I definitely watched some of it. Ooh. Cultural club, sports club, Yosuke or Chie. Ooh. Or we can go into the TV. It's been a minute. I don't know if I will be able to have a lot of time to get into a dungeon. I'm not sure, actually. We could spend some time with Chie to get her to level 3. We already did spend some time with her too, when we went training with her. Oh, I haven't seen the sports club or cultural club, social links. We could also do that. Strength, strength, temper, and fool. Yeah, fool is that one. So strength would be good if we went to the athletes. Let's do that, I guess. It has been a minute since we've been to the club.
Yo.
Going to practice, right? Yes. Yes, let's go. Let's do it. Yasogami High Gym. Does it go with the one that you have equipped, or does it go with like you just having any of it? You know what I mean? Is that how that works? The music is so good. It is. The music in this game is really, really good. Diligence has increased. Noise.
All right.
The ball's been polished. The floor's been mopped. Let's grab some grub. I'm down for some Aya. How do you always pop up when we start talking about food? Alright, let's get changed and head over to Aya.
Whoa.
Oh damn, I forgot. I can't. What are you arguing yourself about?
Sorry.
I just remembered some personal stuff I've got to take care of. You two go on ahead. Sorry guys. Oh well. It's just you and me. It goes with any without anything equipped as long as it's in the inventory. Okay, work. Today's the day he goes before the almighty house of Ichijo. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt if I told you. In fact, I could use your help. Daisuke looks serious. You head to Aya to listen to what he has to say. And my voice is going out for some reason. About Ko. He begins to open up. I don't really like talking behind his back like that. Ooh, we're getting the gossip. We're getting the gossip. I want to help him out. What do you mean? It's about Ko's family. He lives by himself, but his parents' place is like right next door. Once a week or so, he drops by there like he did today. His family is... what's the word I'm looking for? Distinguished? Very traditional, very strict. You'd never know by just looking at him though. The head of the Ichijo family is Ko's grandma. They follow her orders like she's the law. The problem is the old crone doesn't approve of him playing basketball. She calls it barbaric. But it's just a sport. Well, according to her, there are sports that are proper and those that aren't. Okay, hold on. We have a little bit of an ad moment situation happening. Were y'all in any clubs at school? Like, were y'all a part of like any sports teams? Were y'all part of like any particular clubs or after school activities? I never really... My voice is really going out, huh? Hold on. I've never really partaken into any of it. I remember one time someone convinced me to go to a particular school club, but I don't remember what it was. I don't remember if... I literally don't remember what it was all about. And I do remember being vaguely bored and just being like, well, okay, that was an experience. But I don't remember what it was. I wish I did, but I don't remember what it was. So there's that. But yeah, we had some stuff. I think we had a reading club or something like that where people could just like... They just had a bunch of I guess, books in a classroom that was like supervised by a teacher. So they had like a book club. They had which I think I attended a couple times. I think I actually may have attended IT club, because I vaguely remember us going there like before a particular class or something like that. So we would go there sometimes if it was like available or something, and we would just go there and like play some flash games or something. But yeah, nothing like that wild though. I never did any sports clubs or anything because I was never interested, and I feel like all of the options were like soccer or football, so I was never like interested in it. Your school had no clubs. Aw. Would you have wanted to be in any? Now looking back, would you, or even at the time, do you remember wanting to, you know, or wishing that you would have been able to be a part of a particular club or anything? Now looking back, I kind of wish that I did, you know, go to like theater or something like that, or I could have maybe been a part of clubs so that I would have had more friends outside of my, you know, classmates. But at the same time, I feel like I wasn't a part of any of them because none of my classmates were a part of any of them. So I didn't have that thing of like, you know, I didn't have a friend to go with necessarily, but you know, I would have made friends there. But you know, I'm very much an introvert for sure, so I feel like that didn't really help my case. Paranormal club would have been nice. Ooh, not me. I've always been a scaredy cat, but that would actually be kind of a fun club for people who are like very into like the paranormal. It would be very interesting to like be able to discuss that with other people and to, you know, do some research together and all that. I definitely see the appeal in it, even though like I would never. He's been forced to quit a lot of things since he was a kid, but not basketball. He can't give this up. So I want you to help him out. What can I do? You would be the guy that charges to ghosts, please. All you have to do is show up at practice. He's been really psyched ever since you joined. You're all he ever talks about. Ooh, gay. I'm glad I can rely on you. Aww. After worrying about Ko with him, you feel your relationship with the pair has grown deeper. Fun. Rank 3. Those Arab haunting videos? Do I want to know what that is? Do I want to know what that is? This one's on me, so eat up. Oh my god, we're being treated to a meal. I used up my allowance. Hey, how about some zakai? I'm so fucking sorry. I'm very uncultured and I don't know how to pronounce that. Those are good. You talked with Daisuke for a while about school. You decided to go home after saying goodbye.
You're back.
Yes, I am. Went shopping today. The fridge is full of food. Ooh. Oh, can I have a word? You go to Junes a lot? No. ... Oh, I wasn't gonna tell you to stop going. That ass Adachi keeps vanishing every now and again. I figure he's probably slacking off around Junes whenever he does. Interesting. If you see him hanging around when you're at Junes, he's probably goofing around. So if you see Adachi at Junes, tell him off for me, okay? You remember that you've seen Adachi in the food court before. The next time you go to Junes, you should be on the lookout for Adachi. Interesting. I don't think we can spend time with Dojima because we don't have enough of the communication skill or whatever it's called. Let's make lunch. We can do that. Arabic people try ghost hunting and sees chairs flying and doors closing, and they would just charge at the door and try sitting at chairs. What? I've never heard of that concept. Huh. Is it like, I'm very ignorant. Is it a cultural thing? Is it like from a particular TV series, or I'm very ignorant. I don't know. I've never heard of that concept. Surprisingly, you have the ingredients to make meat stew. You decide to make meat stew. Fun. You only have to simmer it. How should you simmer it? Oh. Without a lid? The ingredients have been cooked. You obtained a serving of short simmered meat stew. Alright. Alright. Is it like a consumable item? Oh, lunch break. You've brought your lunch today. Do you wish to eat lunch with someone? Oh, others. Oh, we could have lunch with Ko. Who the hell is Hayane? Oh, that's the little girl. No. Oh, we're having lunch with Yosuke, honey. With our partner. Huh. Work? I didn't know about that. The more you know. You ate lunch with Yosuke. Yes, I did. Dude, what the heck is this? Whatever it is, it's not food. He did not enjoy it? You should try making better food next time. Damn. You feel that your relationship is going to become closer soon? Oh, at least we have that going for us. What the hell? Adachi? Who's Adachi? I forget. Who's Adachi? Why can't I remember who that is? Oh, oh, he's the detective, right? Yeah, at Junes. Ooh, we should go. We should go confront him. Yeah. Although I kind of wanted to make some money, but that's fine. We can just go to Junes. The slacker. There he is. Hold on. Can I buy from you? Sure. Okay, anyway. Oh. You. Oh, it's you. What's the matter? Can I help you? Dojima sent me. Really? Dojima-san?
Sucks.
Well, obviously, I'm working here. It's easy to investigate here with all the people around. It's cool in the summer and warm in the winter. It's a pretty good place to...
Oops.
Yeah, I think I've said enough. It seems Adachi is slacking off. I'm playing on PC with a PS4 controller. Not I'll hang out with you too. That's all I came to ask. I don't know if I want to hang out with him. That's all I came to ask. Oh, really? Alright, you be careful on your way home. Now, gotta investigate.
Oh.
I'll hang out with you too. I guess I want to see what happens. Oh, that's a little strange. What are you doing here? Killing time? Tough to do out here in the sticks, isn't it? There's nothing here. It's not like the city at all. It's not so bad.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, but you're from the city too, right? You'll find out soon enough. This town is really dead. Get this, my first assignment here was tracking down a cat. My suit got so dirty, and then they wouldn't let me expense the dry cleaning bill. Next, I played a peacemaker in a spat some married couple was having. I can't believe they've got the police doing that stuff. Adachi seems unsatisfied with country life. But it's been more dangerous lately, so I can't kick back. There's that one case, you know, it's still not solved yet. The higher-ups don't know what to do. They keep changing procedure on the fly.
Sorry.
Oops, I hope I'm not making you nervous. You guys have nothing to worry about, you know. Us police are on the job. You sense that Adachi cares for you. You feel you understand Adachi a bit more. Okay, work. We're bonding with the uncle's coworker. That's a title right there. The jester. Not the jester. Please. Not the jester. The game said, "Hey clown, jester, you are raising the bar for the circus and doing it flawlessly." That's so funny.
Well, you know.
Time for me to get back to work. Oh. It's an old lady. Is he hiding from her? Ooh, that was close. Adachi doesn't seem to want to see that. Nope, I can't read. Adachi doesn't seem to want to see that old woman.
See ya.
I'd better go. You hurry on home too. Don't tell Dojima-san I was at Junes, okay? Not getting me to lie. You'll find that the police is very competent in the Persona series. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Just like in real life. A cab. Friendly reminder.
Young men recklessly riding their motorcycles, disturbing the peace of a quiet rural
Wow.
town. Our special report took a turn for the violent when one of the apparent leaders attacked the camera crew.
Not that.
The hell are you punks doing here?
I know him. Hi, gay. Nobody say anything else. Nobody say anything else. We'll get there when we get there. The hell are you punks doing here?
That voice.
This ain't a show. Get bent.
I love that the face isn't blurred on TV.
Still up to the same old tricks.
Do you know him, Dad?
Well, I know him through work. His name's Kanji Tatsumi. He's quite a handful.
That's his
He's
name.
been crushing biker gangs in the area since middle school.
It's Joel from The Last of Us.
But I thought he got into a high school and started attending class.
It's Daddy Pascal.
Man, that blur sure is pointless. It's completely obvious who it is. The guy's family runs a historic textile shop. I think what happened was he crushed the local bikers all by himself because the noise kept his mother up at night.
I mean, iconic.
It's a nice gesture, but he's way too violent. At this rate, his mother will have to apologize again.
I mean, he was onto something.
Oh, the weather report's showing on the bottom. It's going to rain tomorrow.
It's gonna rain.
I'll make sure to hang the laundry inside the house.
Rain on me. Scary.
Whoa, it started raining.
What a coincidence. We just got introduced to a new character and suddenly it's rainy. I wonder who will be at the Midnight Channel tonight.
That means the show's probably gonna be on tonight.
Oh wait, is it the actual same actor as Joel from The Last of Us? That's cool. Which one of them is it? Which white man is it? Is it Troy Baker? Which one is it? Is it Troy Baker or is it the other one? It's Troy Baker. Work.
I hope we don't see anyone.
Oh no, I wonder, it's raining. I wonder if we're gonna see Troy Baker on the Midnight Channel.
Yeah, that'd be best. But if we do, maybe we'll see some kind of clue that can point us toward the killer.
Well, everyone, don't forget to check your TV tonight. Got it?
Yeah. Sadly, not Pedro Pascal. I haven't seen The Last of Us, the TV show yet, but I do perceive Pedro Pascal. Yes, I do. What will you see on the Midnight Channel? Ooh, what could it be? Oh my god, I wonder if it's gonna be the character we just got introduced to. Biker gangs, those words sound kind of cool together. Not Miss Nanako being like, you know what, maybe I'll join a biker gang. Maybe that's what my future has in store for me. And honestly, I wouldn't blame her. It's been a while since it rained through the night like this. You should check out the Midnight Channel. Let's do it. You just watched episode 2 today. How are you liking it? It's raining. Will something appear on TV? Dun dun dun. A figure appeared. It's Troy Baker. It seems to be a man. He looks like a high schooler. The image is unfocused and it's hard to tell who it is. It's Troy Baker, innit? Should you try calling Yosuke? Yeah.
Oh, it's you. I was just about to call your cell.
Oh, look at them. So in sync.
So what do you think? That was a guy, wasn't it?
It sure was.
I wish I could tell what he looked like. Let's get together and talk more about it tomorrow.
Yeah. You hung up. You decide to go to bed for tonight. The Ellie in the show doesn't look like the Ellie in the game, though. That's fair, though. I mean...
We'll now hold a meeting on our investigation of the serial kidnapping/murder case here in Inaba.
Serial kidnapping/murder case. Yeah. It's a good way to put it. Yeah, I saw on TikTok that apparently some people were very upset that she didn't look... Like the actress, I guess, looked different than the in-game character, but like... Is that like that big of a deal? But I've heard good things about the show, so I don't know. I might give it a look. See. Yeah, she's pretty good. Yeah. That's all that matters. And I've seen from for some reason TikTok has been showing me like little tidbits of like their interviews and stuff together, and they seem to have like a good rapport too. So it's nice to see that. So I'm sure that may come across on the show as like people watch more of that.
Dude, take a breath.
Coming from Chie, that's, you know, interesting.
Oh, then does that make this place our special headquarters?
Yes, exactly. Nicely put, Yukiko.
Special headquarters. That does have a nice ring to it.
It's the food court. It's fine.
Anyways, as for what was on last night.
Who was that?
I saw it too. I couldn't get a good view of the person's face, but it was a guy, wasn't it?
It was Troy Baker. You told everyone that you saw someone who looked like a high schooler.
So that's how I looked on TV.
I love her outfit.
Wait a moment.
The red scarf.
Didn't all the victims have one thing in common? That they were females with ties to the first incident?
Yes.
That's what we thought.
I suspected whenever they were like, ooh, all of them are girls, I suspected that the next one wasn't going to be a girl to throw them off.
But we still don't know who exactly we saw.
In my case, the image on the Midnight Channel changed after I was kidnapped, right?
Was it? I don't remember that.
Yeah. The screen got clear all of a sudden, and the program looked like
oh,
some
yes.
TV show.
Yeah, we got like the animated sequence.
Come to think of it, maybe Teddy was right. Maybe we were seeing the other Yukiko from that world.
Yeah. Chie looks like Drake from Drake and Josh. You modded the game so her portrait changes to Drake. That's funny. I haven't seen Drake and Josh, so I don't really know what I can't really recall what they look like. Like I know of them, but I don't really know. You know what I mean? But that's really funny.
But last night we couldn't clearly see whoever it was.
Well, can we see today?
Could that mean he isn't inside the TV yet?
Oh, maybe.
If so, then
he's still safe for now?
Uh-huh. I think that's safe to assume.
Interesting. The door meme. I don't know her. I don't know her. I don't know if I'm familiar with that. It's probably one of those things like if I see it, I'm like, oh, yeah. But off the top of my head, I can't really recall, no.
If we can figure out who he is, can we prevent him from being taken?
Yeah. And if all goes well, we might catch the killer in the bargain.
I don't think it's gonna be that easy.
To do that, we need to know who the latest Midnight Channel star is.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I guess we'll have to wait another night and see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, that means if my deductions are correct...
My thing is like, I'm obviously, you know, I don't want answers to this. What I'm very curious about is like, how do they end up on the Midnight Channel before they get kidnapped? That's kind of my thing that I'm kind of hung on. It's kind of like, how do they end up, no pun intended, oof. But my thing is like, how do they end up there before they get kidnapped? That's kind of the thing that I'm curious to see how it kind of unravels.
Though the image was hard to make out, and we can't say for sure who it was definitely a young male.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, it goes entirely against our prior assumptions.
Yeah.
Since we cannot identify the person at this time, we have no choice but to wait and see what happens.
That's exactly what we just said.
Yeah, I'm excited for the game to unravel that to me, because I'm very curious as to why that, like, I get it. It's kind of like it serves as like a warning of some sort, But at the same time, I'm kind of like, but why would the killer show the person beforehand? And like, what is it that we're looking at? Is it like, are they filming them in real time? Like, you know what I mean? I'm very curious to like get all those answers when the time comes.
Shut up!
Iconic. Yukiko is me. I'm like, I crack up every time.
Oh no! My funny bone!
Wow.
Not again.
Maybe not to that extent. I can tell you love this game. I'm really enjoying it so far, so.
Sorry.
Unless it takes like a very devastatingly bad twist and turn, then I feel like I'll really enjoy it.
This is how Yukiko really is, huh? Who'd have thought?
By the way, about that guy we saw, I get the feeling I've seen him before.
I mean, he was wearing the y'all's uniform.
Pretty recently, too.
Oh, you too? Yeah, I've been thinking the same thing since last night. Well, let's check the TV again tonight and think about it more tomorrow.
This is one of those games where you feel empty after playing. Oh my god. Well, as a Final Fantasy fan, I know that feeling. Where you're just kind of like emotional and just kind of like, well, what now? What do I do with my life now? Like, damn. Oh, she's still laughing.
When are you gonna stop that, you crazy hyena?
Not the hyena. Oh, Miss Chie. She's a hoot and a holler.
You're back.
I'm home. I made it. I made it back. It's a bad influence on Nanako. What is? Oh, the biker gangs? That's funny. That's really funny. Alright, y'all. I think this is where I am going to be wrapping things up so that we can start the next, part of this playthrough at a point where we get to see, the beginning of, the next case or the next chapter of the case, I guess. And we can go from there. Let me make sure I saved properly. So we can go from there and start and potentially even do at least one dungeon attempt to see how we manage that. But thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate that. We're going to wrap things up here in a little bit. But I appreciate y'all for checking out the stream and for hanging out and for helping me out and all that stuff. So yeah, I'll see y'all next time.